Hello everyone, Burton is back in not black but green. We are still playing as the Tyrells and we are playing the Blackfyre scenario, as you very well know because you've been waiting for this episode for about a week now. Firstly, apologies it's been so long, but number one, I'm in a bit of a pretty much sticky predicament, and number two, I've had stuff going on as you can see in my channel update, so thank you very much for your patience. Right, quick recap time. So, my good lady wife, Paramount Rhonda of the Reach, is in a spot above her in her home territory. Her lords are raising up, and we've actually been separated somewhat. This war for the throne for my father has divided the realm. As you can see, we have people like Tumbletown who are actually not joining at all, who are refusing vassalization. People like Blueburn who have gone ahead and declared against Daemon. And then we've got people like Red Lake who have also joined in with them, so it's not going well. Ocean Road and people like that so far are staying out of it, as are Old Town and West March. So we're really low on troops, we're not going to get many people coming back to help us out, so we've got to try and play this safe. We've got to work within our means. We've got 105 gold. First things first, we cannot take a loan, there is no loan for us to take. We can ask a vassal for a loan, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to ask the Septon. He doesn't like us, so I don't expect to get one, but at least we're asking. We also have a prisoner, Clifford, so we'll go ahead and release him. That will get us 25 gold. Right, with me so far? Good. So we are surrounded by forces, each of which is more powerful than us. We are currently sieging Rodsby, and we're not going to do that for long. They've got far too many people, so we need to form a bit of a distraction. So instead of having these 3,000 troops led by Alanis heading over there, firstly, let's get them stacked properly. So if these guys are going to go into battle, I want the main force in the middle. We'll have some small flanking units, very small indeed. And Alanis, you've done well so far, so I'm going to keep you there. But instead, what we're going to do is send her over to Woodmere. Now, we don't want her to go through King's Landing, so we'll send her through Atterdale. Now, her intention is to get to these ships as quick as we can. Okay, so we've got 55 ships. That's not great. We need to be doing something with that. So let's go ahead and create ourselves a new unit. What we want to be doing is leaving roughly 3,000 of them here to try and pick up these guys. Yeah. So let's go ahead and leave 3,000. Yeah, that should do fine. In the interim period, the second fleet, we're going to select them and we're going to sail them up here. The reason why we're going to do this is because in a moment we are going to start retreating. Now, we're not going to retreat them onto the ships because obviously our forces of Tyrosh, Magister Ariel, he won't follow us. So instead we're going to push our way up here. Now, I've had a look at some of the area, we've surveyed the terrain, and I believe possibly one of our best points is going to be here in the Whispers. If we can take that, we get ourselves a little bit of a benefit because there'll be the Western Blackwater Bay. So that's where we're heading. Everyone is going to go up here together. Now we want to see how everyone reacts. Ideally, we want these to be dragged down by the appearance of our reinforcements here. We want these guys to continue heading south, and maybe even these guys move a little bit. If the opportunity presents itself, we might change course and just take care of this small stack here, but one step at a time. Our army, we need to have a quick look at this. So we're going to have Osbert, Master of Arms, and we're going to have Stefan, so Stefan Ball. If you remember him, he was Fireball's son, so I'm happy for him to go there. There's Quinton Fireball there, and he's followed in his footsteps, so I'm actually really pleased that he's with us. Right, I think that's enough nattering. Before we do anything else, let me just quickly see if anyone else will join us. They're against... See, it's even split the Shield Islands, that's amazing. Oakhart, they won't. These guys won't because obviously they actually want to claim on Highgarden, which is, you know, whatever you guys want to do. Bard's Home, they joined us in the past, they will not join us this time. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. So, it's time. We're going to go very slowly here. We're going to take it one step at a time. So, we can see with the initial movement, The force of Sir Renly and Commander Gawain of the, that's the Lord Commander, they're actually heading down to Rollingford. Now they're going to be met by the other army of Dermots, so they're actually going to be joining up by the looks of it. They're actually getting reinforcements as well. So we're taking the attention away from them. Does this mean that we strike at King's Landing? We don't have enough men, and we still hold the majority of the areas. They've taken Flea Bottom and they've taken the White Tower away. This is actually something a little bit different. Let's see how this works out. Like I say, we'll do this very, very slowly. They've accepted the ransom, which is great. It means that if we need to, let's okay that for now. That is brilliant. We've got ourselves a loan, so we've actually got ourselves 280 gold. Now, what to do with that? I wasn't actually expecting to get that because they didn't actually like us. Now we have the option to get ourselves an additional, well, up to 2,500 men roundabout. Do we dare do this? Can you get there in time? I think it's worth a gamble. So, the fleet that was going to be supporting these is now going to head back home. And once it's home, we are going to pick up some mercenaries. Now we have to be careful here. Monthly expenses obviously a little bit higher, but it's enough for us to sustain it for now. As you can see here, it looks like the army of Sir Ronald are actually heading to try and intercept us. They'll get there on the 12th of September. We'll be out of here on the 10th, so we'll be one step ahead. We just need to make sure as soon as we're out of there, we're moving on to Woodmere and onto them ships and getting out. Brilliant. They've actually been held up, which is great. So we're actually doing okay here. Iron Arms, again, they are proven to be a great ally. And what's this? The combined force is actually heading down to Stokeworth in Egerton. Do they know something we don't know? That's leaving this one looking mightily appealing. But as you can see, one of them have changed size, so they're looking to move up. This is actually quite interesting. We're going to get on the boats in a moment. As soon as they're on the boats, we'll pause things up. There's the problem right there. Look at that. And it's just a shame that 7,000 of them are the Arbor. The Arbor should be on our side, obviously. What can you do? So here we go, we've managed to get on there. This might be an opportunity. If we get in there on the 24th, would it be? So 4 days time, possibly we can take out a stack, but in the long term, what will that achieve us? Yes, we'll take out, 3, possibly 6,500 of them, but that's going to cost us a lot. They're already fortified there. We'll have to have a think about this. The other forces aren't back home yet. We want to try and consolidate because we're going to have to go for a final push. Let's see what produces itself out of here. Now our ships are in place, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and get our men over, but we're going to put them in Rook's Nest. We don't want to land them just here, just in case. Because as you can see, we're following, Tyrosh are following us. So let's get everyone in Rook's Rest and see if that pulls any of these away. This is interesting. So we've got 15. I don't like the fact we can't see the Riverlands. And this is a secret weapon. We betrothed Helena with Hendry. Hendry's 11. If my father Daemon can last for 3 years, or thereabouts, maybe a little bit more, we can get the Riverlanders into our war. But it's a big but. It's not the war with the Iron Throne. These guys are going to be our safety net, so if something happens in the Reach and we have Bannerman raised up against us personally, I'm looking at you, Red Lake, or even these guys have proved problem in the past, Golden Grove. It means that we can rely on the Riverlands to actually aid us in that, rather than us having to send our much needed troops back home. You with me? Good. Right, let's carry on. So we're pushing on up and they're not moving. I don't think I can pass this up. I think we're going to go for it. Now this might be a bait because we don't know what's actually here. There could be a force here we're unaware of. But I don't think we can't pass that. Certainly not. And we can see 7,400 of them begun to move. They'll be in the 30th. So 30th. Okay. As long as the other force doesn't move, we might be okay here. No, see, the whole force is moving now. So, I don't think we've got enough time. We'll be able to take them out, but then we'll get caught. And I don't like the idea of getting caught. So that would be in 2 days. They're really quick. And the backup force would be on the 11th. I'm not convinced we can get in there. Defeat these. They'll be there on the 2nd. We'll be there on the 5th. So straight away we'll be fighting a force of 6,500. So we're going to say no. We're going to continue with our original destination. And they've stopped. That's good. Let's get to Rook's Rest. Then we'll see what the travelling distance actually is over to here. Meanwhile, are we back? It doesn't look like they are. Where have they gone to? Oh, they're still in Dawn, sailing round. So I think we might have made ourselves a little bit of space. Let's see. So if we were to go here now, we would get there on the 22nd of October. Their reinforcements we know are at least a month away. Let's see what this would do. They're not turning yet, they're wasting their time. Even the 1,700 are not moving. That's good. Right, so here we go. We've got a little bit of movement now. 7,700, they're going to get to Rosby on the 25th. So it's going to take them 10 days. So let's assume 10 days. Let's assume another week. Okay, so that gives us 17 days, possibly 20 days, so just under a month. Can we get in there, take them out and get back? I think not. Now we can get there in 10 days, so by the time we engage them, they'll be in Rosby, and then they're only 2 provinces away. So only 7,000 of them. We'll stay with it as long as it's only that 7,000. If the other stack move, they've stopped. Now both of them are moving. So 27th and the 19th. This is a bit more dangerous now. We've got time to change it, but I think we're going to have to play sensible. So let's see if they stop. They're not stopping. It looks like they're continuing to move, which is fine by me. Everything we can do to bait them away would be extremely nice. Like I say, there's 12,000 of us. If I can get the other, 2,500 together, now they've stopped altogether. Oh no, there they are. And look at them, they're heading back. So their goal's King's Landing. They've made that ever so clear. We're gonna stop. Now what have we got actually back at home yet? So they're not there as of yet. So 9,000 of them. So we know we can split them up if we actually make a move towards this province. We know that. Now we need to wait for them to... They'll be back on the 13th. Let's move. Let's sneak back to Rook's Rest. We've got another 1,900 coming towards us. They're going to Egerton, so they might very well be backing these guys up. What I need is a force here. They're going in. Let's see if they move. Whether they're going to be too busy. Yeah, they're all moving. They know it's bad news. Okay, that's fine. We'll stop. Let's see if they stop. If they come after us, we're running. No, they've stopped. I'm not comfortable doing it right this moment. Good news is our men have arrived, so we can get ourselves some mercenaries. So for 225, we can get that. Get on board, and I need you straight back over here. So now we've got the extra men. The question is this. Do we sacrifice them? And by sacrificing them, I mean, do we put them between us and this army here so we can take out a stack bigger than our own? Would it make sense in the long run, or do we need to fight a definitive battle in order to change things up? Every movement we do actually breaks their siege, so we're gonna start moving it. Oh, in the meantime, it looks like Well, some Stormlanders have joined him. So they're moving again, they're breaking the siege, they've moved again, so we're going to go ahead and stop. They're going to have to start over. That's going to buy us a little bit more time, and off they go. Oh, they're moving. And this might be good for us. Thankfully we're not suffering any attrition. Oh my god. Lord Alistair of Cider Hall has given me bizarre and repulsive evidence concerning Lord Rickard of the Ring's sexual preferences. How should I use this juicy information? We're keeping it to ourselves. We can't afford anything silly. We also can't afford this 6,000 to get down here, so we need these ships to hurry up and get round here as quickly as possible. Now, this is becoming really difficult, and it looks like we've got some problems in our own realm. Not too many people, not just yet, but I think what we need to do is hedge our bets a little bit. Let's pause things off. Let's have a look at the opinion of the people who are with us. Now, people like Rowan, I'm worried about. 22, we're getting a big thing for vassal levies and for female ruler and heir. We need to have a son. So we're too busy trying to fall in love. We need to go ahead and get the son on the go. Now we could hand out, you know, honorary titles and things like that. But I don't see what good it's going to do us right this moment. Let's have a look here. So let's pop back onto vassals. So Rickard Roxton, Lord of the Ring, and we've got Hewitt of Oakenshield. These guys are probably two of our most stauncher allies. So he's providing 6,000 of our men. Wow. And obviously Cider Hall, we're in trouble if we lose Cider Hall as well. That's 5,000 of our men. Right, so let's go ahead and we'll arrange... Oh, we can't, we've already given one. Oh my words. They've already got honorary titles. This is not good. We're not going to command him to end his war because that might cause him to revolt. So it looks like we're back to focusing up here again. They've left altogether. Let's go in. They're still not moving. Now they're moving. Now all of them are moving. Let's see if they stay with it. Well, they're nothing if not predictable, this. So we have got the attention of this 6,000 and we could do with them coming back over to us. That'd be nice. If they want to try and attack us, that's perfectly fine. Oh, who are you? These guys are going to Dragonstone. Now, Dragonstone would be an interesting target. It does have some Targaryens on it, but it's not the Targaryens we want. In the meantime, now we are suffering from attrition. We're going to have to split the force a little bit. We're still suffering. This is not good. We need to make our move soon. As soon as we get in there, hopefully the attrition cuts down a little bit. No, nothing. Oh, it looks like our forces have arrived. So I think it's time. I've decided not to go ahead and... yeah, I've decided not to go ahead and do what we said we were going to do. We're not going to throw away the life of 2,000 people on a whim. It's there, we're just going to go for it. We're going to take out this stack first. We're going to try and draw the attention. These guys are moving away. If they get into another province, that's fine. 4th of February, we're looking for that. That'll give us a bit of time, and we'll take out this very small stack here. So William, wow. He's actually okay, but he's not going to be commanding. It's going to be myself. It's going to be Osbert. And it's going to be Stefan Ball. Good old Stefan. Brilliant commander. He's a knight. As you can see that. So we're doing okay. If anything, I'm the weak link. But I should give morale to my troops because after all, I'm a Blackfyre. Here we go. Let's see if we can bait them then. So let's do a hit and run. We'll be there on the 18th. We've got 9,000 of them coming our way. 6,000 of them are still heading back. That's good. We should be in a good stead for this. We're going all even across it. It looks like Daemon himself has he's creating a little bit of a buffer with a very small troop faction. The Arbor, you better be ready for this Arbor. So we'll do the same again. We'll jump out of this. We'll go back to Rook's Rest. Looks like they're turning around. That's good. Can we go in and jump these? We're losing a lot of people here. Back to Rook's Rest, please. They're taking attention. They're going to Egerton now. This attrition is really damaging, as we might need to start splitting up our forces. Where are they going? It looks like they're going after Daemon. I wish they would chase us up here. We need to get them to the Whispers. But you know what? We've survived so far. We've just engaged in a quick battle and we've done our best. That's it for this episode. What I need you guys to do now, leave some comments. We need a plan of attack. We need to get the Blackfyres back on the throne. Daemon will... He's either gonna, you know, win this war and become the king, or this war is just gonna be the end of him. Like I said, that's it for this episode, guys. If you're liking this series and you like what you see, you know exactly what to do. That's raise those thumbs.